Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I've got a couple of knives I want to do a review impressions of. I got these as a gift from an awesome subscriber, and we're going to take a look at these and talk about it. Alright, today we're going to be looking at a couple of knives that are similar. You'll notice that they look kind of similar. They have kind of similar case here. You'll notice it's kind of like a military theme, if you will. And we'll talk about the little one first. And this is the Böker Kalishnokov push button flipper. BladeHQ. These are knives from BladeHQ, pretty cool. So I wanted to go through one at a time. And they're unique enough to kind of cover one at a time, but then at the same time, I love this. If you notice, this looks like a magazine that goes to a pew-pew, you know, right? So, and this is called, I believe these are the Kalishnokov. I think it started off as they have a Desert Warrior, because it was a Desert Warrior series that was a light hand, but they misspelled it, I believe. But this is the Kalishnokov right here. This is the flipper. It's a button lock, and you'll see that right here. This is the D2. It's a great little budget knife that works fairly decently, right? D2 steel, pretty blade centered. You know, as you know, with button locks, you can multiple ways to open them, and it does have a little flipper tab. Flipper tab does work pretty decently here as well. Got a deep pocket carry clip. I don't believe it's reversible. No, it's right hand tip up only. You got T6s right there, a T8. It is a captive pivot, but notice is that a T8 or is that T6? Yeah, it's T8. Kind of a unique little screw there. I don't know much about these series, but this is the, I think this is the mini, or is it the regular? Let's see. No, it's just a regular. This is the Kalishnokov push button flipper. If you wanted to look at that, come on, focus. Push button flipper. These are made in Taiwan. Oh, these are made in Taiwan. Okay, so these aren't Chinese. These are Taiwanese made. Oh, very cool. All right, D2 steel. I believe this is Cerakoted on here. It is a drop point with a nice little swedge on top. You've got a little bit of jimping. It's like maybe two things of jimping. It does feel pretty comfortable in hand. Now, if your hands are really, I got big old meaty fingers, and it does fit my hand pretty decently, I think. It doesn't feel uncomfortable, but if you've got thinner fingers, it might feel like you're stretched out a little bit. So it feels like it's kind of favors larger hands, I guess, with big old meaty fingers. Have a little extra room, so probably an extra large hand could probably do this. I'm large hands with the big meaty fingers. Comfortable, both hands. Nice thing about a button lock, you know, it is a plunge lock, and I always say get the right tool for the right job. This is not going to be a break branches sort of kind of a knife. This is going to be a knife that you can use for cutting various things. It's got a decent edge on there. It is D2 steel. D2 steel is pretty good steel, though. It can be good steel if you heat treat it well. I believe this is an FRN scale, or is it G10? I'm pretty sure it's FRN. Does it say it on there? Yeah, I think this one's FRN. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think it's G10. This is definitely FRN. So it's like a injected polymer, right? I like the jimping here in the back. Pretty cool little knife as far as what's concerned here. I like the little braking here. It does give you kind of a good grip. A little hot spot there maybe on the clip. I mean, it's still pretty rounded, if you will, but it does have a little bit of a hot spot, so you got to be careful with that. I like that. Yeah, kind of an interesting knife. Now, so this is a button lock. It's kind of like very manual. Has a plunge lock, right? You're dealing with that. So that's the first one. All right, the second one that we're going to deal with here is the Kalishnokov XL Bowie. Now, this is a Böker Plus stonewashed Böker 2. Now, it doesn't say it on here, but one thing you'll find about this one is it's kind of interesting. Looks like it's a button lock, right? There's no flipper, so how does it open? Well, this is an automatic Kalishnokov 74. Again, this one is D2 steel. Now, it's a huge blade, I will tell you that. And sometimes, you know, I mean, almost two and a half hands here for me. Plenty of room. If you wanted a big giant blade, here you go. This is almost comical. Almost comical. It didn't open up all the way. That's the problem with something like that. Yeah. Okay. So it has it engages better. Ooh. Okay. I gotta not. I can't. I gotta make sure I don't depress the button. So if I keep it depressed when it's up here, then it bounces back, and there we go. Yeah, it locks, engages in place. Not a super thick blade, but with this size, you know I have an Eclipse knives. That's the 180. It's this guy right here. So this is a huge knife. So we're dealing with knives that are somewhat similar in size. So there you go. I think that's kind of interesting to note. This is still the big boy, still button lock, right? In a way, a unique button lock, but this is pretty big. So what I'm saying is this is a pretty big knife. These will be, obviously, these are, see, I gotta be quicker about that. These will definitely be giveaway knives for sure. Now, I don't give away knives like this. I do give away knives like this. And so what I'll probably do is I'll have that as a giveaway. This would be an option or something, right? That someone could talk to me separately about. But that's how we're going to do that. I think this is kind of cool. I think it's really neat. I was going to push that down like it was an automatic. Look at me. So you can also do button lock. Now, the big one, automatic, obviously, this is going to be FRN as well. Steel liners in there. It has an automatic, has this big old goofy clip, which I guess has ripples so you can have grip on there. It is pretty big. I would be way up here. There's some more jimping here as well. It is, now this is a, I don't know if you could close it with an automatic, but I wonder if this could be, you could remove the automatic on this because it looks like it's like a plunge lock, but it just locks in place. You just can't clear it. There's no way to clear this. You have to depress this to get past it. Some standoffs in the back. It's nicely rounded all the way across. You got the texture. This is definitely a clip point. I would call this a clip point, which actually maybe a Bowie. Do they call this a Bowie? Let's look at this. Is this a Bowie? It is a Bowie, yeah. So every Bowie is a clip point, but not every clip point is a Bowie. This is definitely a Bowie, and it does come down a lot, which is traditional of a Bowie, but also in the clip point kind of family. It's a big boy. It's definitely a big boy. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would ever have a use for something that big. Certainly not. This is not bad as a little flipper. I mean, it's a nice little budget flipper. So I think that's kind of cool. And if you didn't know, the awesome person who donated these is Hoffy himself. So very, very cool guy. Totally awesome dude. 3D printing guru, by the way. And you can get some awesome 3D stuff from him. I definitely would check him out. But you can see the difference in size. Obviously, one's way bigger than the other one. So for sure. I like these. I think they're kind of cool, man. It's definitely something unique, if you will. Definitely something pretty unique, if you will, right here. That's definitely kind of cool. All right. Definitely an automatic. It's kind of it's a big blade. It's a big boy. So if you needed a big knife you wanted to open, there you go. It does use a plunge lock. This is a little more stable and more locked in there, but still, it is going to be a plunge lock, so keep that in mind. But I like these. I like these. So these will be future giveaways. At least this one is, right? This will be an option that we'll talk about. I can't offer that because I don't give away automatics at all. This is what I'll be giving away. But you know, there could be an option for something. But I think it's kind of cool. Thank you very much to Hoffy for this. I like these. It's a pretty basic knife. I don't know what else to really say about this. It's a pretty basic button lock. Got an interesting grip. This is pretty solid in there. It feels like maybe a little bit of play. A little bit of left to right. I don't know if the pivot is loose. Let's check that real quick. Just to be sure. I think it's the pivot's a T8 maybe? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, it is a little bit loose. Okay. Yeah, that pivot was pretty loose actually. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Okay, that's better. It's a little crisper, I think. Interesting. All right, definitely much stronger in place. All right, so it was a little bit loose pivot, so we tightened that up. Very nice, very nice. By the way, Hoffy made this. Super awesome, dude. Super awesome, dude. Seriously. And my stuff is so minuscule to the stuff he's created. But I love it. I love it. I love what I have, so appreciate him. But a very, very cool knife. Big boy. This is definitely a big boy. So if you needed a big knife, maybe an automatic something, I mean, this is the automatic Kalishnokov 74, 4147 if you want to know. I guess that's a part number. It's D2 blade steel, so it's a kind of a budget knife, but it's definitely a big boy. You could definitely do some serious cutting with this, and it does engage pretty well. There's no blade play now. I like that. And here you have a button lock. That works pretty well. Oops, you gotta make sure you... It's not a super strong button lock. Now, sometimes you can strengthen that by taking the spring out and stretching it, making that a little bit stronger, because the spring is what's gonna kind of resistance, as the plunge lock right here is what's gonna cause the resistance for it to be able to open like that. But you can also use, obviously, the little button here. Like that. So I think you just let it drop. But it's in there nice and solid now. Interesting couple knives. I think they're definitely worth checking out. Let me, it does come with this nice little brochure, if you will, for the knife. I'm going to go ahead and put this away. So let's go ahead and do a little zoom in. I don't know, can we get... So let's first zoom in on this guy. So here is... Why is it not focusing? Come on. Okay, I guess it's focusing. It just looks like it wasn't focusing. Sorry, guys. All right, so there's the blade. A little flat grind, not full flat grind. Got the handles right there. A little texture, a little jimping there. Got a lanyard in there. Then you've got the standoffs. Got a little jimping on the back. Got the back of the blade. A couple of very small jimping there. Almost why even have that? Bit of a swedge up there. Then we have the clip over here. It is a deep pocket carry clip, so a hole there for the screws you can get into. Again, the jimping back there with the standoffs. You have a captive pivot. You look inside, there's steel liners. Not much weight relief, but a little bit. You have the blade here, D2, looks like it's Cerakoted. All right, and then we drop it, and then we have the flipper here. There's some little bit of jimping on there. It does work as far as opening, so there you go. We are pretty centered, I would say, which is not bad for FRN. So not bad at all. All right, so let's look at the XL, automatic XL. So there's that big giant blade. It is huge with a big old Bowie flat grind. And then we've got the handle that I don't know if I can get the entire handle without zooming. Got the button here, T8. These are T6s, right? And you've got the grip. You got the texture back here as well with the standoffs. And then we've got this really funky kind of clip. It is right hand tip up only. I was just double checking. Again, we have the liners inside, a couple of holes, not really a bunch of great weight relief. And then we have the button over here. That's the release actuation. You also have to press that to close it, right? You can't close it one-handed. You have to close it like that. So make sure you go like that. So there you go. And we've got the clip back here, like I said. Back of the blade over here. Just has D2. Look at the Bowie right here. So there you go. All right, let's zoom back out. I'm gonna put these two right here like this. Maybe like this. I don't know, what do you think? Kind of like that. So should we zoom in a little bit for it? No, it's just too big. Wrong way, guys, come on. There we go. All right, so I'm just trying to get like a little nice shot for our thumbnail. So, all right, there you go. You got the Kalishnokov, the large one, and the double extra large. I guess it's double XL. And then you've got the regular one, which is the button lock. So there are the knives. Two interesting, pretty cool little knives to check out. All right, yeah, let me know what you think if you guys have one of these. Are you a fan of them? I've wanted to check them out. They're interesting. I can honestly say that I would probably personally never get one. It's not my aesthetic. It's interesting. I know some people are going to love it, and that's totally cool. I can see the benefit of it. I can see this is a pretty good knife. The automatic is a little weak, but if you wanted something not too intimidating, not super strong. Like you could, I mean, to protect this thing, the knife would probably fly out of the hand, right? But it'd also be way more expensive. But there you go. That's what we're looking at. Just for fun. Just for fun. Let's just measure the sizes here. This one here is 7 5/8, and then this one here is just over 10 1/2. I would say it's probably 10 9/16, right? The handle on this guy over here is 5 1/4, at least 5 1/4. The handle over here is just under 4 inches, so maybe 3 7/8. The blade length on this one is going to be 4 1 2 3 so 11/16, I would say. And then this one over here is going to be 3 3 3/8. Now the cutting length on this guy is going to be right at 4 1/2. Now it's interesting, there's no choil there. That's kind of a bummer. And then the cutting length over here is 3 it's also 3 3/8. So there you go. Interesting. I did want to look at that as far as, you know, comparison in lengthwise. That definitely much bigger. Definitely much bigger. I mean, very interesting knives for sure. All right, well, thank you to Hafi for gifting these to the channel for giveaways. I do appreciate that. This will be a giveaway. We'll talk about this because I'm not going to be officially giving this away, just so you know. But we will definitely be talking about it where, you know, someone might win something and could exchange something. So who knows? All right. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting that like button? And if you've already hit that like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. Subscribing and liking the channel really helps out. Allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you to everyone out there who watches the videos, enjoys the content, is part of the community. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, maybe consider hitting that notification button as well so you can be notified of future content. And a big shout out to all my channel members. You do 2 amazing things. You encourage me. I don't do this full time, so thank you. Secondly, because of your generous support, you allow me to do things way sooner than I thought I could. For instance, I can do once a month budget banger giveaways. Sometimes I get them donated, and I am very grateful for that because it's hard. I can't afford them all. But then sometimes, most of the time, I buy them, and that's okay because I enjoy doing that. So something to give away for you guys. And as a result of that, you know, to cover costs like that, it wouldn't be possible without the memberships. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate that. I wouldn't have a chance to check out some of the knives I get to check out without your generous support. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you to you guys out there. As a result of the 2 things, I want to do 2 things for channel members. All new channel members, I'd love to send you a channel sticker and a thank you note. So basically, if you're a brand new channel member, you're actively a member right now, you've never asked and received a channel sticker, email me your name and address. And I would love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. That could go for brand new channel members 99% of the time, or it could be someone who was a member all along, never asked, or someone who was a member and now became a member again. So thank you to you guys out there. Email me your name and address. I'd love to mail you a channel sticker. Second thing I like to do for channel members is I also do a once a month members exclusive giveaway. So we'll have a budget banger giveaway each week, but that 1 week in a month, there'll be 2 giveaways. And members, yeah, you do have a chance to win both knives. You could win theoretically both knives. But here's the other thing. That 1 month, it's not just a budget banger. I like to give you make sure it's something at least, you know, $100 or more, something cool that hopefully you would enjoy winning or giving as a gift. So that's my goal with the channel members. And thank you to everyone who's watched this video all the way through. I appreciate you guys so very much. If you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. And by the way, if you want to become a channel member, check out the description down below. Please don't feel like you're obligated to do it, but if you do, thank you. I have 3 different tiers. Appreciate you.